Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot and welcome to Gemini season. So for 2025, Gemini season is going to grace us from May 20th, the day I'm recording, through June 19th. And for Virgos, this Gemini season is all about our legacy. Before we get started though, I just want to say thank you guys to each and every one of you for all the ways that you love and support this channel. Lift each other up, lift me up. Truly, I feel so blessed to have you here, and each one of you make the difference, and I love you back. So, like I was saying, Gemini season starts today, the day I'm recording, on May 20th. And as we move from Taurus, or as the sun moves from Taurus as well, into Gemini, we move from earth to air, and also from the tangible to the intangible. And so, Spirit, to start us off, thank you. I always love it when the cards talk and answer before I even finish asking. So this is the time with Gemini season to say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. There is something better, something that's meant for you, waiting just for you right around the corner. And like I say, with Gemini season for Virgos, it is all about our legacy. And so Gemini, being one of the most fun and social signs of the zodiac, it inspires a newfound curiosity for life. It inspires movement, and it also inspires social connections. And don't be surprised if it makes you feel light and chatty when Mercury also enters into Gemini, which will take place on May 25th and be there until June 7th, And so if you are a writer, if you're a blogger, if you're a podcaster, or do anything when it comes to communication in your life, however that impacts you, this is the time where a deep focus on communication will take place over these 3 weeks. And it will also be some of the best 3 weeks in all of 2025 to brainstorm. And with the tarot, this is where you are coming in with the energy of the Hanged Man. This is moving into enlightenment, stepping into your place as a spiritual teacher, taking on that new perspective, knowing that, and recognizing, I should say too, is what I'm getting most, when your trust is being tested, knowing when to submit to voluntary change, especially when it brings on spiritual growth. But this is more importantly, what I'm getting most, is to submit to your prophecy. Know and recognize when your trust is being tested. Take on the new perspective with the lessons that those trials teach us, and keep moving. Embrace your prophecy. Embrace your legacy, because this is what you're meant to do. And with the 12, this reduces to the 3. It's all about that creative expression through our communication, coming into synthesis and dynamic balance with our expression. It's no longer being silenced. It's connecting and opening our third eye as well as our throat chakra, and letting your words speak just as strongly as your actions. And so if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your thoughts, because this is all about the Neptune energy. It is stepping into the throne that was meant and built for you, and you're building it with your legacy. Now, like I was saying here with Mercury, in particular, on May 29th, this will be a huge day to get downloads from the divine and inspiration as Mercury aligns within 1 degree, or as another would put it, within the heart of the sun, which is also known as Cazimi. And so here in Soul's Temple, there's new missions that are seeded. Mercury gets purified by the sun's rays. And so fresh truths, especially when it comes to your journey, are revealed to you during this time. And so for Virgos, this Gemini season, again, it's all about turning your attention to your legacy through enlightenment and embracing that new beginning. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is about taking action. This is about standing in that root chakra, aligning from head to toe when it comes to your root, to your third eye, all the way into the crown, and embracing your power, standing in your power, building that legacy in your new beginnings with new ideas, with first causes, but also embracing and I don't know, I can't talk, but embracing and acknowledging that your creativity is not only the way, It's the path of healing for you and for others. And it's your peace. It's your path that really opens up those opportunities, that lets you shine in your strength and give inspiration to others. But it lets you express that passion, particularly when it comes to new ventures. And like I say, when we get turned in with our attention towards our legacy in Gemini season, it advances us in our personal development career. It's about taking action towards that legacy. And so don't be surprised if you feel and experience a lot of focus, or have your focus turned, especially in Soul's Temple, to the work that you do in the world, the impact that you create, the direction that you're building toward. Now, mind you, this is not about control. It's about renewal. And this is where things pick up. Like I say, you are stepping into a place of leadership. You're seeing through the deceptions, the decoys, the things that mean to silence you or pull you off of the path and your calling that's truly meant for you. But you're seeing through those shadows. You're embracing those personal trials and challenges. And you're embracing the mystery, being open to how it all unfolds, and remaining devoted to your cause, to your path, and to your legacy. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, put a heart, share your thoughts in the comments below, because this is the time, especially with the renewal, it lets you really look at your long-term visions. And with Gemini season, this is the time to let your long-term visions stretch. Standing in that place of management, standing in that place of self-discipline and reason, but embracing the foresight and your ambition, and providing support that also comes in and associates with not only your legacy, but with your foundations. And what I'm getting is, there's a saying that Native Americans practice that I truly love. I was blessed to work for a cooperative that was a grassroots cooperative that also lived in building their foundations and building their cooperative in these practices and this mindset and philosophy as well. And so it's about successional planning, but it looks at the idea and the preparatory work involved for laying the ground for 7 generations to come. This is what you're building. This is the legacy. You're letting ideas breathe into old structures, letting those conversations spark inspiration, but leading with flexibility while staying devoted and standing in your authority. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, like, share, subscribe, because what I am seeing is this not only leads to your justice, it enlightens and awakens your power with that sacral energy, but it also lets you look at the harvest that you're not only building for yourself, but for 7 generations to come, that leads to stability. And this is where things pick up. Like I say, this is where all of our focus turns to the work that we do in the world, the impact that we create in the world, and in the legacy that we leave behind. I love it. I'm just saying. And so, like I say, Gemini season will grace us from today, May 20th, through June 19th. And I'm just pulled to this, but it also awakens us to our happiness, to our fulfillment, and luck is at our side. It has so much to do with our stability, but it also has to do with the tribe that we call in, that we associate with, that we work with. And especially with Gemini being one of the most fun and social signs of the zodiac, don't be surprised that there's new connections that come in that really truly call to your 10 of Cups, that lead you and work with you in your 10 of Cups. And so oh my goodness. Okay, I won't argue. What I'm getting most is it really, you'll be put into a position that not only looks at your tribe, but in how you give back, how you build that successional planning within your community. And so a lot of you will be stepping into a place of leadership through cooperation that provides balance and harmony and lifts others up in love. Now, on the practical sense, what I'm getting most is like you'll be put into a position of leadership, like I say, where it's all about building legacy for the community. And so you'll have the ability and be provided with the opportunity to build for your community when it comes to, say, like if we need a park here, if we need to develop goals or even entrepreneurial or nonprofit access to people that wouldn't have those connections otherwise. Providing community gardens is another opportunity as well, but it's providing that food that feeds and seeds. And like I say, you'll be put into a place to shine in your leadership, shine in your wisdom, share in the wisdom that you hold, that you've gathered and that you embody as a Virgo, and stand against basically the conformities of social rules that, what I really get in this a lot is like the age of Aquarius. So with Pluto and Aquarius, when we entered, we were in a place of Pisces before this, right? And so with Pisces, it's all about the dreamer. It's about following, and sometimes following without question, and that includes the illusions that were painted for us by social norms, social expectations, social practices, and communities in a lot of ways without question. And so in a lot of ways, these have been places where what comes to mind most, oh my goodness, thank you. It's like you're tearing them down. But what I'm getting most is, in the way of all tools, all wonderful ideas like Bitcoin, the internet, they're all tools where we can share our communication, our expression, our knowledge together. And they're meant to be very utopic. And they have so much potential to create an even and an equitable platform for all of us to rise together. But like all good tools, and unfortunately like all good illusions, things can be weaponized. And that's in some ways what's coming through with the age of Aquarius, is that we're seeing truth through what was followed unquestionable, that wasn't necessarily meant to rise or have everybody rise up, but instead have the 1% profit. This is where, especially, like I say, it just flew out of my hand the first time. This is where you're tearing that down. And again, this Gemini season is not about control. It's about tearing down that control, rising up, finding the balance so that we all can rise up together. This is where we're moving from earth to air, from tangible to the intangible. And it's all about rising together. It's about our connection and realizing that we are all connected in what we do, in the actions that we possess, in the knowledge that we share, and in what we build, the legacy that we build together through the work that we do. This is the time to let your long-term visions stretch. Let ideas breathe into old structures and tear down the illusions. To tear down whatever was holding you back or silencing you in the past, causing those negative vibrations, loss, grief, resentment, mourning. This is where instead, again, confirmation, the hanged man leads us to enlightenment. It tears down those feelings of restraints, of being trapped, of dissatisfaction, that keeps us away from our creativity, that silences us and keeps us away from Soul's Temple, and instead allows us to charge toward that Soul's Temple. And again, like I say, this is a rare thing where Mercury is going to be within 1 degree of the heart of the sun. This is where the sun's fire purifies, the sun's light, the sun's rays purifies Mercury in our communication with each other, our connections with each other. And especially for Virgos, that really is going to hit us pretty heavy. So you'll feel that strength, you'll feel that energy, and you'll feel the fresh truths that are revealed this Gemini season, especially with the Knight of Wands. New ventures will go well. You're fearlessly taking action, taking charge towards that Soul's Temple that lies within each of us and is meant to shine for all of us. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, put a heart, share your thoughts in the comments below, like, share, subscribe so we can get this message out, because this is where for Virgos, we've got justice. I just got to look at all of these together. Okay. This is where we all rise together in our pentacles, building security, building that successional wealth, building that success through pragmatic and practical steps in the work that we do, the impact that we have and that we embody when we create, knowing the direction of in confidence of where we're going, what we're building, and tearing down the structures that were meant to present illusion and delusion and disappointment is what I'm getting most. But this is, again, standing in the fool's shoes. This is a new beginning that promotes optimism, that lifts the innocent up in wonder, that allows people to really dream in adventure and break down those societal norms so that we can all rise to our just deserves and to our justice, to our fairness. An equitable rise is how I get it most, or what I'm getting most. But it's about the hidden truths that are now going to be revealed. And this is where our attention, especially for Virgos, is going to be called and will be called to building that legacy in the work that we do in the world. I have goosebumps. I don't know about you guys, but this is just, I'm loving it. Now, let's look at our spirit animals, our ancestors here. What additional messages and guidance do we have? Because like I say, Gemini season is going to be so powerful, where we will be called into a place of leadership and needed in a place of leadership when it comes to building legacy. Thank you, Spirit. And so right away, what flew out is the frog. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is all about our prosperity. This is the time to let go of the past, whatever has held you back, and embrace change. Embrace those fresh truths that were hidden. Let go of the past and embrace those opportunities that are close at hand. Hop into this day with joy and abundance and good fortune, because they are waiting for you. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, like, share, subscribe. Also, too, if you need a little pick-me-up, if you're feeling alone and want to really get that extra Gemini energy and embrace that, check out the Honey Sea Star store. All the designs are meant to uplift, empower, and inspire you along your day, every step of the way. And so it not only helps support this channel, but more importantly, all the designs are meant to help support you and know that we here on this channel support you as well. I love it because, like I say, you're meant for greatness. With the elephant, this is about standing in our creativity and knowing with confidence that love, the highest vibration, is truly our strength. Leadership is our path, and our wisdom inspires the world, and it's meant to build a legacy. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success, especially during Gemini season as you step into Soul's temple. I love it. Now, before we go here, I also want to just look at our major arcana here, because like I say, this is a very prolific time. This is a time of light, and it's a time of big divine downloads and inspirations. And so what we pulled, I mean, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. What we pulled is the Hangman, the Sun, and the Emperor. Like I say, this is about tearing down structures with the Hierophant. Where is the Hierophant? I know we pulled it. What was in the other deck? Okay, sorry. But this is about reaching and building that path, that legacy of enlightenment, standing in the strength of Soul's temple and taking your throne, stepping into the place of leadership. And so with music medicine, what we pulled is the G sharp, the D, and the C. And then color therapy wise, especially during Gemini season, what will really help bring that energy in, call that energy in, wear it on your sleeve as a badge of honor, is indigos, oranges, and reds. And so it's all about that strength of standing in your power as a star seed. And so I truly hope that this reading helps. I am sending all of my love and light to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading. Happy Gemini season.